Hello guys, it's your guy Viera from Viera Manufacturing Services. Welcome back to my 7th tutorial. So guys, in this tutorial we are going to be looking upon a new project, VMS project 5. So let me just show you guys this. Okay, so this is the VMS project 5. It looks a little bit quite complicated, but it's actually easy. So I'm gonna show you guys the manufacturing process, the design process firstly, and then we are going to be manufacturing it using or generating the M&G codes. So let's get started with the design process. So these are the drawing. So as per the drawing, we are going to be using millimeters as unit. So let me just zoom this up just a moment. Okay, so one thing first, we're going to be using steel. Okay, fine, I think that's pretty that. Okay, so we have about 4 sheets. So this sheet number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so let's get started with sheet number 1. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a center rectangle 250 by 140, and I'm gonna extrude it by 19. Then we'll think about how to do this inner portion. By the way, looking at this inner portion, it's equally a center rectangle, but the distance from this edge to that center rectangle edge should be 15, and over here it should be 10. Then we have an arc of 12.5 radius and a bigger arc of 60. Okay, so it's pretty that. So let's do this. So with an extrusion of 26. Okay, fine. New part. Okay, so let's just go rapidly. Top view. I'm gonna go center rectangle. Okay, smart dimension. Smart dimension of, so distance here is 250 by 140. Okay, so with an extrusion of course of 19 mm. Okay, 19 mm. Okay, anyway. Okay, so select top, sketch. Again, repeat command, center rectangle. Select the center point. Smart dimension. So select this line and this edge, making sure it's 15 mm. Select this other line and this edge, making sure it's 10 mm. It's fully defined. Okay, so one thing I'm gonna do is center lines. So this center lines, I want to use it for mirror purpose. So let me just select up to this edge. Okay, another center line, this point to here. Make sure the center line is straight, guys. Okay, so one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use 3-point arc. I could just take anyway from this point to this point. Just make it a little big, not too big. Okay, fine, it's just fine this way. Trim entity, I'm gonna trim this portion and this portion. Yes, so dimension, the dimension of this arc should be 12.5. okay, good. So again, arc command, 3-point arc. You could just take this point to this point, just choose a point at random. Shouldn't be just too big, so let me just end here. Okay, one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this point, hold control, select this particular point, and then select this center line, make relation symmetry. Okay, perfect. As you notice, it means this side is equivalent to this side. Okay, so one thing I'm gonna trim first, trim this part and this part. Okay, smart dimension, I'm gonna give it 60 as per diagram. Okay, all is going fine. So what's next is I'm gonna mirror this over here, and then I'm gonna mirror the 3 upon the x-axis. So let's look this mirror entity, this mirror about y-axis, perfect. Repeat back command, mirror entity, select this axis, so 3 entity, mirror about x-axis, okay. Trim entity, so just trim the unwanted parts, like this part, okay, fine. This part, okay, this line, equally this and this. Okay, good. I think it's pretty good. Okay, what is left? Again, smart dimension, the aspect diagram, the distance, this distance is about 73.42. Okay, yeah, it's pretty good. Same thing for this, it's same distance anyway. Okay, what's left? The diagram is not fully defined. Okay, smart dimension, this distance should be 74.79. Okay, what more? This is 60, fine. The graph is not fully defined, so I think we have some constraints issue. So now we have put, the full dimension, but our diagram is not fully defined. So in this situation, what you do is just come over here, display / delete relationships. So just click over here, come over fully defined sketch. Okay, so one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select all the entities, so it selects all the sketch. I'm gonna calculate. Okay, just perfect. As you notice, guys, it calculates all right. So nothing new has added, but it just adds the constraints. Any missing constraints, it adds. So when I say constraint, I mean like horizontal relationship, vertical relationship, equal relationship, symmetric relationship. It adds all constraints possible. Okay, so we are pretty good. The graph is fully defined. So I'm gonna extrude this upward. Sorry. So extrusion is 26. So extrusion of 26. Oh, fine, perfect. So just looking at the graph, we are totally done with this. Oh, fine. Okay, so we are going to be looking upon this. So we have a fillet over here as a pawn. Okay, one thing is we have to make this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a rectangle using this. Let me just show you guys something. A rectangle, right, of 94 by 52. Okay, then we can look upon putting arcs. Let me just look how much from this is 60, this is 40. Okay, this is 8. I guess these are simple fillets, so we have to fillet first of all the size 8 times. Okay, let's do this fast. Okay, let me just push this. Just a moment. Okay, sketch. Okay, so center rectangle again. So sorry, center rectangle. Oh, already selected. So I'm gonna be using this as my reference rectangle. Anyway, just put it anywhere, but make sure this is the center, right? Okay, I'm putting it over here. Fine. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, smart dimension from this point, this should be 52. Okay, look at it as this point, this should be 94. Oh, what's wrong? Goes a little bit too down. I hope there's no mistake. Just back it back. Let me look this. There should be a center rectangle. Okay, center rectangle selected. I just repeat back function. Okay, fine. This should be 94. Just increase this up on one side. Okay, anyway, let's look at this. So this should be 52. Okay, fillet command. I think we have fillet over here of 8 mm. Yeah, 8 mm. Okay, 8. Okay, fine. Okay, for this it's done. So making sure that this line should be 36. Okay, it's 36, so we are pretty good. Okay, so next, something I'm gonna do is, upon looking at the graph, this is done, this is done. Okay, this is equally done, this is done. So the distance from this rectangle H to the point, it's 8. All through it's 8, so we have to add this equally. So now this arc, we have to do it, and this arc is about 60. Okay, let's look at this first. Smart dimension. The point from here to here is 8 mm. Okay, the point from here to here is equally 8 mm. Okay, it's just perfect. Now secondly, what I'm gonna do is 3-point arc. I'm gonna take any point over here, this point, and maybe this point. Okay, just extend it this way, it's fine. Okay, trim entity. I'm gonna trim this place. Now making sure that the radius over here should be 60 mm. Okay, fine. Let me check the diagram again. Let's see what is lagging. This is 60. I think we get, okay, 60. We get, like, I think we have 40 over here. Yeah, let's try to do this. Okay, how can I do this? Okay, let's take fillet. Can we just take, this point and then just put 40 mm? Is it possible? Perfect, 40 mm. Okay, it's pretty good. So similarly, just take this point, 40 mm. Okay, good. So it's not fully defined. Okay, so one thing, we have made some constraint. So fully defined sketch. Okay, just calculate, fully defined is complete, but the sketch is still undefined. Okay, so once it does this, what you have to do is select entity, just select the curve, which is still blue. Okay, this point, calculate. Okay, perfect. So it's done, it's nice. So we are going to extrude this by, as per the diagram, we extrude it by 20. Okay, extrude cut. Okay, by 20. Let's look at this. Okay, fine. One thing I could do first is, I could just mirror this firstly before extruding. No. Okay, anyways. Okay, can we just mirror directly? Okay, mirror. Let's look at where's mirror. Oh yes, below I've not used this software. Okay, good, mirror. Okay, one thing you have to do is, no need, right? Let's just come over here, sketch. Okay, just add a line over here, center line. This should be straight. Okay, fine. Make it construction. Okay, mirror entity. Just could we just, okay, fine. Then select the rest. Just select in the sketch. Okay, mirror about y-axis. Okay, good. Okay, just perfect. Okay guys, we are almost done here. Fine. So looking at this, we are done with this. So we have a fillets of 20 around those edges, so we are going to put that. I think that's it. Put that. Okay, so let's just put that fillet, and then we come to page 3. Now in this page 3, we are going to draw a rectangle of 108 millimeters. Sorry, yeah, 108 millimeter. We're going to extrude this by 15. Okay, yeah, it's pretty that. So let's just do this. So firstly, I'm gonna do a fillet relationship. What's that fillet? Okay, let's look at this. Okay, fillet. The fillet is 20 mm. Okay, so looking at the diagram, we have this edge, this edge, this edge, almost all the edges actually. Okay, just select it one by one. Mistake, just select this, then select this line. Okay, go for the okay. Okay, it's fine, good. We have achieved it. Okay, so over here, top view, sketch, circle command, smart dimension, 108, extrude cut of 15 mm. Okay, good. Okay, so far good. So let's look what is next. Okay, so we are going to draw, should I say, yeah, a square of side 60 by 60, an extrusion. What's the extrusion over here? An extrusion of 15 equally. Okay, so and again it has some fillets of 8. Okay, so let's do this. So just select this inner part, sketch. Okay, set a rectangle. Okay, smart dimension 60. Okay, stop this by 60. Okay, it's fine, it's already done, it's fully defined. One thing, fillet this point, no, fillet of 8, this point, yes, yes, and again this point, yes. Okay, fine, I think that's pretty that. Let me just check the diagram. Yes, good. Yeah, and then we have to extrude this by 15. Go for the OK. Extrude cut. Go by 15 mm. 15 already there, fine. Okay, perfect. Okay, looking again at this, we have a CAD art over here. I don't know if you're seeing this CAD art. So it starts from this point here. We just draw a rectangle from this point to this point. You know, the width, let's say the length doesn't matter, but the width should be 40 mm. Okay, let's do this, and then we are going to extrude it up to this end, so up to this vertex. Okay, let's do this. Okay, select the surface, sketch. Okay, let me look at this again. Preview over here. Let's check center rectangle. Okay, I'm gonna follow this line for my center. Should I take center or corner? Corner rectangle should be best here. Corner rectangle, let's look. Okay, yeah, corner rectangle should be best actually. Okay, I'm gonna select. Okay, do one thing, put construction lines. Okay, fine. I'm gonna select this point, this line, and then this center line, and make relation symmetry. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is this line should be, as per the diagram, it should be 40. Okay, it's fine. If I'm not mistaken, it's perfect. Okay, I'm gonna extrude cut. It's up to this down part, so what I'm gonna do is plane. I'm gonna extrude up to vertex. Oh, there's a mistake. Sketch, this will be okay. So up to vertex. Okay, fine. Okay, just go for the okay. Let's look at this. Okay, I think it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's top. Okay, good. So we're almost there. Okay, fine. So as you look at this, it's pretty good. So next thing, what we are going to do is we have to draw these holes. This is a simple hole of dia 10 and an extrusion of 10 millimeter. Okay, so it's at a point, so we could just draw construction rectangle, making sure it's 3 mm from this edge. Yeah, and again from the center line to this point it should be 1/10. Okay, let's do this. Okay, surface, sketch. Let's look at this. Rectangle. Okay, center rectangle, right? Just draw. Okay, it's actually a random. Okay, smart dimension from this point to this point should be 3 mm. Okay, perfect. Now from this center line to this particular edge, it should be 110. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I think it's good. So I'm gonna select this point. I'm gonna make it construction line. Oh, select one after the other. Okay, point. I'm gonna put 1 point here, 1 point here, 1 point here, and again 1 point here. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the sketch. I'll come over here. I'm gonna take hole wizard. Okay, so as we said, this is a simple hole, so come over here, hole. Okay, standard should be DIN. Okay, type is a simple 3 hole size. Okay, hole diameter should be, let me just check this, 10 mm. Okay, no custom sizing, and again with an extrusion, so take blind with an extrusion of 10 mm. I think it's pretty good. Okay, on tick near size counter sync, it should be on tick. Okay, position 3D sketch. So select this point, this point. Okay, oh fine. Okay, go for the okay. Okay, it's perfect. We are moving on. Okay, just select, you know, this construction line and then height. Okay, perfect. Okay guys, so I think we are pretty done here. So let's just verify on the sketch. Okay, let me just drag this here. Okay, so looking at this sketch, we are pretty done. I think page 3 is completed. Okay, so let's just dive at page 4. Okay, so looking at page 4, what is new? Okay, I actually visualize that this is actually new, just the slow motion, so we gotta be a little bit smart on this. Okay, so one thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna draw 4 circles of radius 4 or dia 8 I beg your pardon, 8 millimeters. Yeah, millimeters. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure there are symmetry, and then I'm just gonna make some lines, you know, over the circle of length 3.5 mm, and then we gotta make this particular fillet, and we are pretty good now, making sure that the distance between the circles should be 25 mm. Okay, so let's just do this rapidly. Okay, so I'm just gonna come over here, sketch. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some center lines to guide myself. Okay, center line. Oh, just need to be at center itself. Okay, so making sure it's straight. Okay, let me just take it from here. Okay, fine. So next thing I'm gonna do is circle command. I'm gonna put circle over here. Just put any shape as for now, or any dia. I'm not doing something precise. Okay, so one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this particular circle. I'm gonna hold Control on my keyboard and then select the rest of the circle while maintaining control, obviously. And then I'm gonna come over here, this constraint or relationship. I'm gonna press equal. Okay, fine. So I'm gonna take smart dimension. I'm gonna make sure that the diameter here should be 8.4, right? Radius of 4, so dia of 8. Perfect. One thing, let me just come back to millimeter equally. Okay, edit sketch. So I want to make sure I'm working in millimeters. Okay, smart dimension. The distance from here to this point, it's 25 mm. You see, only one side check. Okay, just I'm gonna press Ctrl Z to undo. Okay, I'm gonna discount the sketch. Okay, one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press this center line, right? Hold Control and then this point and this point. I'm gonna make symmetry. Okay, I'm gonna repeat same process here. Select this line, hold Control, this point and this point. I'm gonna make symmetry. It's very important. Okay, so smart dimension, we are repeating back. We're gonna put 25 mm. Okay, so now you notice it's good. So 25 mm equally from the side. Okay, I guess it's perfect. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do is, okay, so it all depends on the way you view it, right? You could have a better method to do it than me, but one thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make step by step. I'm gonna put some lines over here. Just gonna be fast a little bit. My computer is kind of slow, I don't know. I'm using Intel iCore 3, so it's kind of a little bit slow, especially that I got a lot of softwares. So I'm just putting some lines. Oh my god, I put this line wrongly. This is fine, but I guess this is wrong. Gonna incline this. Okay, looking at the sketch, it needs to be in this direction. Okay, fine. Equally this, it's not fine. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, perfect. Okay, this is fine. So I'm gonna use trim entity rapidly. I'm gonna trim this portion. I'm gonna trim this. I'm gonna trim it. Okay, I could also trim this anyway. Just gonna remove these two. Okay, fine. So I'm gonna use line command again. I'm gonna make a line from here to here. Just make stop command. Just make a line from here to here. Just make a line, you know, everywhere. So we're just making sure that these lines are actually straight. Remember, I'm not taking any precise dimensions for now. I'm just taking some lines. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, so I'm gonna select this line. I'm going to hold Control and select all the other lines rapidly. Just gonna go fast. Make this easier for us. Oh no, I was trying to take equal. I can see equal is in there. So let me just, what if I take one by one? Okay, equal, fine. I'm gonna take some one by one and two. Equal relationship. Equal. Equal. Okay, if you remember well, the dimension here it's 3.5 mm. So all over 3.5 mm, good. Just gonna define inside 3.5 mm. 3.5 mm. So right now we are fully defined. Okay guys, based on the diagram, we got a fillet around this portion of about radius of 5 or diameter 10 mm. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a circle just around here. Okay, I'm gonna give it a diameter of 10. So it's very important that you draw the circle within the sketch area, right? Remember that we took sketch from this point. Now let me just return back, switch to previous view. So if you draw, you notice if you draw it around here, you notice that it isn't close, right? It isn't blue. So just look at what I want to do. I'm gonna delete this. However, it's still die of 10. I'm gonna move it up to this position. I just want to use this method to do the fillet. Okay, so one thing I want you to observe is, since this one isn't close, when I will try to move it, it's going to keep changing. It's not actually going to move. The radius or diameter will just keep changing. Okay, so make sure that it should be within the sketch area. Okay, fine. Let me just delete this so that my sketch can move on. Okay, I'm thinking, can I just mirror this circle all over so that later on I could just trim? Good idea. So I'm just going to mirror it. I'm going to select the circle. I'm going to mirror it about the y-axis. Perfect. Again, I'm going to take mirror entity. I'm going to select this particular circle and this circle. I'm going to mirror it about the x-axis. Okay, so let me just show you guys the drawing one more time. So this is what we are trying to do, making sure that the distance should be 25, and then the distance between, you know, the center of the circle to the line should be actually 3.5 mm. Okay, so when we are done doing this, let me look at the extrusion. Let's try follow this. Okay, up to surface. So we gotta extrude. We are going to extrude this particular thing up to the surface. Which surface? Let me just zoom out. Up to this particular surface. Okay, hope you got that. So let's just proceed. Okay, so next I'm gonna trim entity. Okay, let me just look at the diagram perfectly. Okay, we gotta be careful here the way we trim. Okay, I'm gonna trim. Oh no. Okay, okay, just something. Now holding this line, I actually forgot, and then holding control and then circle, I'm gonna take tangent. I forgot this totally, so we are going to be a little take more longer period. So this line, circle, tangent. So do this for all. Okay, sorry for that. If I had done this tangent, we will not be doing it so many times again. Okay, this just makes it have to be longer. I'm really sorry over that. Okay, anyway, just do it. Repetition makes perfect. No, only selected this line, then the second tangent, this line and this circle, tangent. I hope we are done. Tangent. Okay, so next thing, trim entity. I'm gonna trim this portion. My sketch is no solution found. Let me just trim anyway. Looking at the diagram, I'm gonna trim this over defined. So let me continue trimming. I'm gonna see the issue later on. Okay, so the trim is done, the sketch is closed, but it says the sketch is underdefined. The sketch is underdefined. Click here to resolve the conflict. So let's just click over here. Okay, we are going to diagonalize. Okay, generate solution set may take time. Click OK to continue. Let's just click OK. Let's try to see if we could diagonalize this. It's taking some time, a lot of constraint. So actually this happens when we use a lot of constraint. My computer is taking some quite long time for this. Too much time. It's gonna make this video quite long. Anyway, I'm just gonna fast forward this. Okay, so right now we are done. As you notice, let's look at this again. Okay, so we are able to diagonalize, right? So here are the issue. Accept the solution would delete the following relationship. So there seems to be some relationship not properly done. So I'm going to accept the solution anyway. So this sketch can now find a valid solution. Okay, so I go for the OK. So right now it's fully defined, it's not over constrained, and it respects the dimension specification. From this center point to this point we got 25. Now from this point to this point we got 3.5. so we are good to go. So all respected. So next thing, I'm gonna stop sketch firstly. Okay, making sure the sketch should be selected. I'm gonna extrude base. Okay, I'm gonna select the option up to surface. Okay, yeah, making sure mesh results should be selected and the surface to be selected is this surface. I'm gonna select the surface. Hope you saw that. Okay, so the surface is this. Okay, we are done. Just go for the green tick. Okay, okay, fine, perfect, just perfect, quite simple. Okay, let me just bring the sketch. Let's see what is left. Okay, so looking at this, we are done. Actually, I'm not seeing anything more, but in case I forgot something, I believe that you guys should be able to do it. I think chamfers and fillets has been done totally. Okay, so one thing left, it's about the appearance and again the material. So we are using steel 304. Okay, and the color, the appearance, it's kind of blue. So let's do this. So I'm just gonna come on our material. Okay, edit material. I'm gonna take steel 0304 rather. Okay, select it. I'm gonna apply. Perfect. So you see it changes. So right now we got steel. So guys, it's very important sometimes equally to understand why sometimes taking steel and sometimes not taking aluminum. So actually right now I'm just teaching you guys how to generate the code, but we are going to arrive a moment I'm gonna be teaching you guys about what we call material science, right? Like the advantages of taking aluminum over steel, like the properties, or let's say thermal properties, mechanical properties, and even electrical properties that aluminum or steel have over each order. So we are going to be doing that very soon. So right now we just go step by step. So okay, I'm just clicking on the diagram. I'll come over here, appearance, body. So these are common steps. I'm going to select blue, the second one. Okay, I go for the okay, and I just save my project immediately. So guys, we are actually done with the VMS project 4. We are successful and it's a pretty good project. So guys, I hope to see you guys in the next tutorial. In the next tutorial, we are going to be generating the M&G code required for VMS project 4. So guys, it takes no cost just to click on the subscription button. You don't pay for that. I'll highly appreciate if you guys motivate me by, of course, subscribing, liking and sharing the video. So guys, God will have a good day or night. I love you all. Thank you guys.